everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janet, and I don't know, I kind of just share lately what I've been doing, but today I'm actually going to share with you, I'm going to do a what I eat in a day today because I'm making a recipe tonight, hopefully, that will be a good recipe. I know a lot of you follow me for keto recipes. This recipe can kind of be used for keto if you just swap out one of the ingredients. Actually, so I'm gonna be doing that tonight, but I wanna show you what I made the other day that is keto friendly, probably very low, more on the low carb friendly side of things, but let me show you what I'm talking about. Also, Ivy is still here. And like I had mentioned in the Lethbridge blog when we did the day trip, Zoe found a place, so Ivy will be moving with Zoe. So she's only has about, I would say about a month with us here. It's so funny. I've been cleaning big time cleaning, literally getting rid of so much stuff that we don't need. Look at that, you guys, a VHS tape. Wow. This is actually my graduation. I graduated in 1994, and my dad recorded a lot of things with his recorder. So I do have a VHS machine, so I'll have to pull it out and maybe play that one of these days just for old memories. But I have been cleaning so much, as you can see here. This is a lot of stuff that I need to sell. I'm going to put it on like buy and sell. And it's just stuff that we don't use. And since Zoe will be moving, I wanted to go through things and see if she needed stuff for her place as well. And that is it. We are starting to downsize, hopefully in a couple years, but I just don't need a lot of the entertaining things right now. But what I wanted to show you, what I came over here actually to show you, is this. So this is this is a wreath inside of a garbage bag. It's a Christmas wreath, and I use it on the front door. Sometimes I put it on the front door. Jimmy was getting upset with it because it's a big wreath and it was getting in the way, like when you come in the door. So I was like, okay, I'll put it on the back door. So I was going to put it on the back door. And when I brought out all of my Christmas decor, it was hunting season. So Jimmy says, I don't want that thing on the back door because it just gets in the way when I'm coming in and out constantly. So I said, fine, put it on the table inside of the garbage bag. And Ms. Ivy here, that's her favorite place to sleep. So it's so funny. A friend of mine told me that some cats anyways, her cat likes to sleep on things that are plastic, like plastic bags and things like that. And I think the combination maybe of the plastic and the wreath, it's just like a perfect little spot for her. So I told Zoe she's going to have to take this wreath with her. And Jimmy was like, oh no, sarcastically. But I think she's going to have to take this wreath with her because that's Ivy's favorite sleeping spot, right? So I think she's going to take it with her. And I will miss Ivy. I will miss Ivy so much. She's a very cool, calm cat. And of course, in my office, she always keeps me company. But yeah, when I came up here to start recording, she was sleeping in there and I should have recorded it. But maybe if I get a clip, again, I will insert her in the wreath sleeping. So I thought that was kind of a funny story. All right. Also, if you've been watching my channel for a while, we got this whole new pantry set up when we renovated our house. Absolutely love it. Has tons of space, but also with lots of space comes a lot of like junk that you throw in here. So I have cleaned out all of the pantries. This is my baking one. We put garbage bags there, baking stuff on the bottom. This is all kind of like low carb keto baking stuff. Up here is the full sugar carby stuff. But I am so happy that we got this done. Also, note to self, I ended up having 4 crock pots. Actually, I had 5. I had 5 crock pots. I ended up giving one to my dad. And then I told Zoe, I said she can either have both of them because we had 2 small ones and 2 big ones. And she ended up taking one of the big ones. And so we'll just give away the extra one. But look how much space. Like this was completely cluttered. I wish I would have taken like a before, but it's great. It's so great. It's so great. So I said the key now is just to keep them like empty and clean. This is our main pantry one. It's not bad. It could probably use another clean, but it's definitely not bad because I just cleaned it not too long ago. And then, as you guys remember in one of my other vlogs, Jimmy ended up cleaning this one here. So, oh my gosh, you guys, it feels so good. So good to have that done. So it feels so good to have those done. And then also this cabinet over here is cleaned out as well too. So that carries like our peanut butter and stuff like that. It was a mess because if you guys know like condiments or things of that nature, it all kind of went in here. Same with our like our, what do you call them? Like a blender bottle, you know, like for protein shakes and stuff. They were stuffed back there so bad. So that's all clean. So hopefully maybe this will give you the motivation to get that spring cleaning done. Also cleaned out one of the freezers. I don't even know how much stuff was freezer burnt, but we did throw out a lot of stuff because it was leftover stuff. I even have some here because I want to keep the containers. So I'm just letting it defrost, and then I'll wash the Tupperware that I have. But you guys, probably 2 years it was in the freezer, you know, buried under everything. So highly recommend that you take the time if you have it. Honestly, I said to Jimmy, I would never be able to do this if I was working, like, and doing YouTube and everything. But now that, you know, I do YouTube once in a while, and, you know, my business, I have time, I'm at home, and I can take the day to clean out one cupboard, because that's kind of what we were doing. We were doing like one cupboard kind of a day or a couple cupboards a week, and it's getting there. We still have a couple left in the kitchen area, but that's my goal for this year. I made a goal for this year, and I'm going to go through every room, every closet, everything, and purge and get rid of it, because that's it. You know, we have a 6-bedroom house and we need to get rid of stuff and prepare for whatever we do in the future, which includes traveling, going with our fifth wheel, selling our house, you know, all of these things that we want to do in, you know, 2 to 3 years time. Because, you know, Zoe is just getting on her own. So we kind of want to make sure that she's well on her own. She's only 20, before we make those big decisions as far as like leaving the country and traveling and selling our house and things of that nature. And we still have pets as well too, right? Anyways, I wanted to share that with you because I was so proud on how much that I did for cleaning. But let's get into the one, it's kind of a dessert that I wanted to share with you really quick. Okay, here it is. I know it probably doesn't look too appetizing, honestly, on screen, but what I did. All right, so what I did is for the crust, I used graham wafer crumbs, which are right here. Like I said, this is more on the low carb end. You know, it's 13 for like 1/8 of a pie crust. You can figure out your macros. Like I said, I've used Catalina Crunch in the past as well, and mixed it up really, really fine and mixed it with some butter. I didn't measure anything. I just kind of went on a whim, but I took some of that. I melted some butter, mixed it together, made a base. And then the top layer is the Simply Delish vanilla pudding. So I mixed mine with oat milk. I just like the flavor of oat milk better than what I was using, because I was using the soy milk. I'm allergic to almonds and all kind of nuts, so I can't have any other variety of milk, but the oat milk tastes really good. And so I made this up, and then once I made it, I poured it over top of my graham wafer crumb base and put it in the fridge. It is delicious. It is really, really good, and it satisfies that sweet tooth, especially, you know, if you're doing the low carb. This is something quick, more than like, I would say probably most people have these ingredients in their house: butter, graham wafer crumbs, and some sort of pudding. Now you can also use this. I think I got in one of my subscription boxes, but you can also use the no sugar Jello pudding, like different options, or you could probably even make your own sort of, it kind of reminds me of a cheesecake. So I was going to make, you could probably make your own cheesecake, you know, using some cream cheese and things. But this was just really, really simple. It literally came together in like less than 5 minutes, put it in the fridge, and it's really, really good. So I wanted to share that with you. Quick and simple little recipe if you're craving a little sweet tooth after your meal. You guys know that I am huge for little snack plates. So it is now 3 o'clock, and we'll probably have supper usually around like 5 or 6. This is my first meal, and it's just going to be a snack plate. Like I said, you can definitely substitute the crackers for some keto crackers. I don't know if I have some right now actually, but I had just bought these crackers, so I thought that I would use them up. and a couple pickles, and of course my favorite, meat and cheese. Gotta have that. Love my paper plates. They're Noel Christmas ones. Found them as I was cleaning out cupboards. And then I also just made a little snack plate for Zoe because she is downstairs working. We are trying to get some work done and launching a new product, which I will definitely share with you guys here. But I'm going to have this as my first meal. Also, couldn't forget Jimmy. He's downstairs in his gun room. He's done a lot of progress on cleaning his gun room, so happy about that. But I'm gonna made him a little snack plate too. These are hot pepperoni sticks right here. But this is his little snack plate as well. Jimmy, I brought you a little snack plate.
I just had a snack.
No way.
I did. I had some pepperoni.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I made this just for you.
I'll have it later.
What are you doing?
Yeah, watching a little bit of silent drill. Loading some bullets.
Vlogging today. Yeah, this is Jimmy. Well, I'm going to leave this here. You can have a little bit if you want, but this is Jimmy's gun room. So this is where we keep all of our guns. And yeah, he did a lot of cleaning in this room. It was a disaster before, and now the floor is all completely clean. Got a little spot there for visitors. Good job, Jimmy. All right.
Why are you in my gun room still?
All right. Here is what we are working on today, me and Zoe. This is Zoe's desk. I'm not sure. There's Zoe. I'm not sure if I showed that before in a vlog, but I might have. And I don't know. As we moved it, it was against the wall. But then Zoe couldn't see the TV because the TV is just over that way. And so then we decided to move her desk so she can watch TV while she's working, and it works out perfectly. So she's just working on some of the stickering, but let me show you what we have been working on, which I will be putting up on my Etsy shop. Probably, I would think, maybe the end of this week, I'm hoping, because we actually are working on them pretty fast. But they are a mini savings challenge. So everything that I have on my Etsy has to do with budgeting, saving money, just kind of things that give you the motivation to help you save. It is what in the cash system, like we only use cash, Jimmy and I. We've been doing that for years. And like I say, I can't say enough about it, but this is what I'm working on. It's a mini savings challenge. Cutest little tiny book. And then inside there are pouches labeled $5 and $10. So there is $25 and 20 $10 pouches. And then I also put a little mini tracker here on the left side where you can keep track of it. This is reusable, so you can mark it off with a Sharpie and then erase it just with an alcohol pad and reuse it all the time. And it's a quick way for you to save $300. So if you have some change, you know, $5 bills, $10 bills, you can just kind of stick it in here, and before you know it, you have $300. So they're all different colors, and I think I have some black with the teal, black with red. This one is a pink one with the silver. And then Zoe is working on...
Oh, no. I'm working on a red one with blue.
Red one with blue. This one is a white one with purple, and then there also is a red one with gold that she just finished. And yeah, that's what we're working on today. I do have some orders. I think I have 20 open orders, but I will probably work on those tomorrow. I think I really want to get these done today. So I did work on just a couple orders. There was a couple of customers that just wanted the binders. So like I said before, I am very passionate about cash stuffing. That is what helped Jimmy and I become debt-free in a couple of years, actually, and what gave us the opportunity to retire at such an early age is by cash stuffing. So I highly recommend it. I get a lot of questions actually lately because you guys know how busy I am with my Etsy shop. So I get a lot of questions asking, you know, what exactly is cash stuffing? What do I offer? What is my Etsy shop? What is my Etsy name? And what I offer is things to do with cash stuffing, budgeting, and things that just will help you motivate and get a little bit more organized to get on top of your finances. So cash stuffing is just another way of budgeting. You create envelopes, categories that you are saving for. So for example, the cash wallet that I carry with me all the time is for groceries, gas, personal spending if I want a coffee. I have giving as an envelope and emergency as an envelope. So those are categories that I take with me every day and that I use. And I have cash in those envelopes. So as you can see here, this is an example of some categories that a customer had ordered. And it just keeps you on top of your spending. So rather than spending your debit card, credit card, tapping away, spending money, ordering online, you actually have physical cash that you can keep track of, that you know what you're spending it on, and that you're spending it responsibly. That is the main thing. Now, a lot of people say, do you need these things in order to become debt-free? Absolutely not. You don't. But it's very motivating to see your progress. So for example, I have a budget binder that is for my long-term savings plans. So those are like things that come up once a year, or my tax-free savings account that I put money in, that Jimmy and I put money in. And it's amazing to watch that grow by the cash that you're saving. And if you're doing savings challenges, like I just showed you that little binder previously, before you know it, you have saved $300 and you're really not even paying attention to it or consciously saving and transferring money over into a saving account that never seems to get there because you spend your money before you can even transfer it over. So I highly recommend it. There's a bunch of information on the internet for cash stuffing. Cash envelope budgeting is another name for it. But that is what my Etsy shop is all about. So I wanted to include this 3-minute clip just to show you what I'm doing every day. I usually get approximately about 5 orders a day, I would say. That's usually the minimum. Sometimes I get more, but it all depends, but it definitely keeps me busy. And I'm trying, now that I have part-time employees, it definitely frees up a lot of time and has helped me to only work like a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 4 or something like that for hours. So I will have my Etsy shop linked down below in the description if you are interested. Please have a look. I would love for you to support my small business. And this is for anybody that was asking about all of my budgeting stuff. All right, it is, I think it's almost 5 o'clock. Zoe is done work for the day and I'm done work for the day as well. I'm gonna get started on supper. So yeah, let's go upstairs and do that and I will show you what I'm making for supper. All right, look who came to visit. She's sleepy. Did she just wake up?
She was like sitting in the sun.
Aw, monkey. Don't miss you. Yeah, you're the office cat.
The stinky butt.
I know. I'm not getting a replacement for those of you asking, but I will miss her so much.
Her. Don't attack mommy.
She's funny. Oh my goodness.
You ratchet girl.
You're cute. So let's move on to supper time. I am going to be making a creamy penne with sausage and, sun-dried tomatoes and some spinach. I will have this recipe linked down below. You can substitute the pasta for any sort of keto pasta out there. So I just wanted to let that be known. This turned out really, really good. So I'm adding some chicken broth to my heavy whipping cream you would have seen in the previous clip. I'm just going to mix that up. I have 2 cups of heavy whipping cream in the big stock pot. I'm adding the chicken broth with that. And then we are just going to mix that all together. And as you can see, I did have the pasta cooking while I was doing this. I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And I also added some garlic powder and also some oregano. So that's what they suggested, but I do suggest adding more seasonings if possible. Like we added more pepper and more salt, and it probably could have used just a little bit more seasonings, but it still tasted really, really, really good. So we are just going to stir that up until it thickens. I did add a little bit of cream cheese to this mixture as well. And then in a frying pan, I am going to take these sausages. I think I used 3 or 4, and they have pretty decent macros. Like I said, they are keto friendly. And same with the spinach and the sun-dried tomatoes that we are using. We are going to be putting that in as well. That is kind of added towards the very end once everything is completed. You will add in your sun-dried tomatoes as well as your spinach. So we are just going to mix all of that together. We are going to, at the end, we're going to mix it together. So I have the sausages there. This is the sauce. and then the pasta is all done. So everything is just kind of done. I do take the pot again and I put some sun-dried tomatoes in there. I just have it on kind of like a low, just enough to wilt the spinach. And then what I did is I just put it all together at the end and drained off the water from the pasta, drained off as much as I could the fat from the sausage, and I put it all in the stock pot. This was really, really good. Zoe and I did add shredded cheese, but I would highly recommend adding shredded cheese at this point as well. And it turns out so creamy and so delicious. All right, that is it. So we had that for supper. I will link that recipe down below. I actually didn't follow that recipe other than the ingredients. We added cheese to it. If you would have seen one of the last clips, me and Zoe added cheese. Jimmy, he likes cheese, but he didn't add cheese and he said it was still fine. So verdict, everyone. Hello?
It was good.
It was good.
They did like it. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you hit that red subscribe button. Give this video a like because it does help. Yeah, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.